Hey guys, welcome to Let's Sit With It, a space where we sit with our thoughts a little bit longer. Today we have a special guest. You're not serious. It's giving matching.
Yeah.
It's giving twinning.
Yeah.
It's giving nobody knows me like you do. Nobody's gonna love me quite like you. I'm lying. Lying.
I don't know the lyrics, but let's go.
My one and only bestie. Woo! Please introduce yourself, ma'am.
My name is Adetibo. I go by Titi.
Or Toots
Andre.
to me. And who are you to me? Tell us.
The BESTIE, bestie of life, number one.
Right. The only one. There's no counterfeit for her.
Exactly.
Okay? And today we're of course talking about friendship and our friendship, which has been a 10-year long friendship
years.
within the last 5 years.
6 years actually. It's going to be 6 years this year. It is.
That means we have spent most of our friendship long distance.
Yeah.
So we're going to be sharing with you guys kind of our secrets of how we've managed a long distance friendship, how everything has not scattered to the grace of God and glory of God. Yeah, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. We're going to have a section in this where we'll quiz you to know whether you really know me and if I really know you.
Damn, okay.
But I feel like we've got this.
Let's see.
But first thing I want us to talk about is kind of like, how did we meet? What's our genesis, as our parents would say?
Don't worry, I'll say the story.
Okay.
I love the story. The first day, I always say this every time. The first day I saw this girl, she had curly hair. She came in with one guy with a bag. And I'm excited because it's like, you know, I'm the only black person. Yeah. And then I saw another black girl walking. So I'm smiling. I'm like, trying to make eye contact with this girl. This girl just came in all sass, like, just looked like, I just walked back to her table. I was like, okay, yeah, she's probably not going to be my friend. I even thought you were from London. That's why, you know, all this, like, you know,
like London girls,
yeah, like they don't send or something. So I was like, yeah, no, this one. But then there was another person that I knew, and then she happened to know you as well. And then that's when I met you again. And then this time around, you were nice. So I'm like, okay, maybe I dismissed you a little. Maybe I dismissed you a little. So, and I think that's from that person. And then, I don't know, she didn't stay in your accommodation at that point.
No, she did. She did. That's how we met, actually.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's
and I think I started coming to your accommodation and started knowing you from there. And then, I think the first time we properly clicked was in your room, I remember. And then we found out we were the same name for Lasha Day. Then we found out that we were from the same city. Then we found out that we're 7 days apart in like birthday. Then I was like, oh wow, okay, this is it's like locked.
And it has been forever. The story from my own point of view, let me just say, I mean, the story is right, but I really had a stern face because, like, you have to be observant. You know, you have to suss people out.
You can still be nice.
But is it that I was not on my face? I just had a resting.
You did.
But I feel like it's changed now. I don't have a rest.
I don't know. I don't know. I think it's both of us anyway. Because when people meet me, they think I'm not that nice of a person.
And
but
she's
it's
the
like,
kindest
yeah,
person ever.
so.
But I think we take our time to like warm up to people as well.
Yeah, we study people well.
We study people well. Okay, so our history has now been 10 years deep.
10 years.
And I'm not gonna lie, I think when we hear about friendships nowadays, there's a lot of, you know, people are cutting people off. People are like, she did this, she did me wrong. So we're no longer friends sometimes when you find out from people. But why, in your opinion, do you think that has not been the case for us?
I think we have a good understanding. I think that's been our key stuff. Understanding that I'm not pushing you away. I'm just busy at this point. You know, and I also think that we do have a good communication. I mean, communication is a very tough thing. But I think it's something that we had, but we're also still working on every day. So I think that understanding that, okay, Toots is not like, she's not ignoring my message. Moyo's not ignoring my message. You know, she's just busy at this point. And I believe we do voice out, you know, at this point, like, I'm not with it, so probably you're not going to hear from me. But it did take a long time to get to that
there.
stage.
Because
I don't think at the beginning it wasn't like that.
No,
so
it wasn't.
Someone here would take days to reply, days to call back. You.
No, I genuinely did. But I think that's what I loved about our relationship, because the understanding was there from the jump. Yeah. But I think in the different ways it's taken its form in the years. So like me going through tough times, being busy, trying to get used to a new job, and you being able to call it out for me and say, Moyo, like, I don't like this. Yeah. I think is what allows us to go through change well. Yeah. Because if we see anything, we're like, I know what our standard is, and this is not it. Yeah. So I think it's good that through our relationship, we've always kept each other to a standard. Yeah. Because I think that's the should I say dangers of sometimes when people are like, oh, my friend is a low maintenance friend, that they now just also put low efforts into the relationship. Fair enough. Whereas I feel like we're low maintenance in the fact that we understand that, okay, if I don't text, like, it's not the end of the world. Yeah. But at the same time, we still have a high standard of, no, but it's getting out of hand. This is not how I want you to treat me, and this is not how I want to be treated. So I know for me that how I view you, or how I view our relationship, is that I always have to honor the fact that you are a good friend who understands. Yeah. So even when I'm busy, I have to make the effort because it's you. Do you get? Well, other people, I think I'll make the effort because it's just be about being a good person. But I think with you, because I know that this is our day one. This is where we started from. Yeah. We can't lose this. You're not going anywhere. Yeah. And I can't go anywhere. Do you get? We're locked in. Yeah. So I think that's been really beautiful about our relationship. But generally, as we've gone through our relationship, you mentioned that yes, we have an understanding and things happen that we're like, okay, what's up? I don't like this. Yeah. And you said the key thing about communication at the start, when we weren't very good at communication versus now. What do you think has helped? Do you think our personal growth has contributed to that?
I think so. Obviously, at the beginning, it was frustrating. Yeah. But I sort of knew that I was going to be friends with you. And I think that's why we sort of put in that extra effort, because I knew that, okay, this friendship is a friendship like that I wanted to grow. Yeah. Because if not at the beginning, like, I mean, would have gone our separate ways, but we're very intentional. I think that's the key word. We're very intentional about the friendship. And I think, as you said, it's a personal growth. Us just understanding relationship, us understanding ourselves, understanding this world is very busy. It's not like in uni times where you have plenty of time on your hand. So, that definitely contributed for sure. For sure. Yeah.
So, like, for the parts, and I think, again, this is another thing a lot of friendships don't talk about. Yeah. Is that for the times I have disappointed you, how have you felt when you've come to approach me about it? So whether that's be, like, I'm not replying, or whether when you have an expectation of me and I don't meet it, because it happens.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it did happen recently, didn't it?
Oh, yeah! It did. Okay, let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Should we talk about that?
Yeah, it's something that's resolved, right?
Yes,
so
it's
not this thing. I mean, at the beginning, it was mostly the communication. Like, if we're not in the same place, obviously you still want to keep that communication. You still want to keep that friendship going, right? And the only way we can do is through texting.
Like texting and calling.
So that was very frustrating. And I think we spoke about it, right? And you were like, you're gonna do better, which you did improve. Yeah. And then obviously the distance. I went away. The distance, but we already understood that communication part, right? And then I think one of our biggest disagreement or misunderstanding, I would say, I don't think it was a fight. I feel like it was a misunderstanding because we're in different stages in our life, right? Yes. So it's now like, okay, we've been away for a long time. Now we're in each other's space. It's now trying to understand exactly.
How do we get used to each other again?
Exactly, sort of thing, because it's through texting, communication, like, you know. I think at that point I had so much high expectation that this was, I think at the back of my head I was thinking, you know, this is this should be the Moyo that I knew,
in uni.
you know, years ago.
Yeah.
But obviously everybody has grown, right? But it still didn't want to register to me.
Yeah.
It was disappointing, but then after we spoke about it, I did come to an understanding that, you know what, you're growing, I'm growing. We're not where we are years ago.
That's right.
You know, we're not. That could have been a breaking.
But that could have been a breaking point in our relationship. And the two friends that in the background can attest to that. That I think, like the context around it is that Toots has obviously been away for 6 years.
Yeah.
And it was the first time we were meeting each other in Canada. And it was, I think it was just, there was an excitement from both our sides that, okay, this is how we were going to show up.
Yeah.
And I think it just fizzled out. And we're like, who the heck are you?
Yeah, exactly. I think that's the word. Like, who is this person?
Who is this person?
Because this not why.
Right? And I think it's because so many things have changed. Like, we hadn't been with each other, and I think
since 2018.
Since 2018, that's a long time. And then we went 2023.
Yeah, last year.
That was a long time. And I don't think when I was thinking about all the many things we were going to do, I never
thought that was going to happen.
We would ever encounter that type of.
But it was needed.
Yeah,
I think it was needed for us to really re-understand re-understand each other. It was very very needed, because at some point, I'm not gonna lie, I was like, am I even her best friend? Like, why is she even putting that title to me? Like,
bestie forever, girl.
And then I think it really did make me learn not to really have expectations of people. Like, you can have expectations, but don't put too much, because it's too much pressure on them and then too much pressure on yourself, because if they don't meet your expectation, it's like, oh,
feel like they fail.
Exactly. So I think now I've come to understanding that, you know, everyone is going through their own stuff. So everybody can, I don't want to use the word disappoint, but I mean,
no,
like,
but I think that's the right word to use.
You know,
that's the right word to use, because I think, again, when you have that much time and distance and you are not in each other's space, there's so much that happens that you're not privy to, that when someone does something, you're like, you match them against who they were versus who they are now. And I think it's just, again, I think me and Felix talked about it last week, is being able to accept the person you're seeing right in front of you, because equally there's good things with what you're seeing in front of you. You know, there might be things where you miss, and that's where the disappointment comes from. Because I think the main thing is that in uni, I was very bubbly out there.
She was like the little
allegations of being an extrovert. I'm an introvert, please.
No, you're an extrovert. Like, when I met you, I think that's one thing that even drew me, because I'm an introvert. So having that opposite person, I am an introvert. No, I am an introvert only when I'm when I'm very comfortable, then, you know, I'm out there. But having that person that, okay, me, I can sit on the side, but I know this other person is gonna, you know, talking. You came, and then you're not doing introverting things. I'm like, what's going on here? Like, this is not the person that I knew years ago. So it's obviously relearning and re-understanding. And it just happened in any relationship, to be honest. Right. So
that's right.
It's not, you don't get the same person every year, because if you do, then that person's not growing. That person not evolving. Right? Yeah. So,
I'm so happy we actually talked about that.
Yeah.
That felt like therapy. You know? It felt like therapy. That was really nice.
Yeah.
But so now, for like where we are in our friendship, we've done the long distance. For anyone that's actually genuinely in a long distance friendship, which a lot of people seem to be, because there are people jackpotting. There's people, you know, moving on for newer, better, bigger lives.
Yeah.
So what would you say to them, like, in terms of being able to keep a relationship intact, especially girlfriends?
I mean, it's a cliche thing, but communication. I feel like that communication, that word is so powerful. It's definitely something that it's just big. You have to learn the other person's style of communicating.
Exactly.
I think that style of communicating is very important. And also, one thing I learned is you have to also understand your friends or best friends' love language. Yeah. Because that's a very powerful thing, to be able to keep that relationship regardless of if it's distant. So how does my best friend or friend you know, like to be loved? Is it quality time? Okay, maybe I'm gonna text her words of affirmation, thank you for doing this, you're the best, you know. And I think that's one thing that keeps that relationship going. You just have to learn each other and understanding. I think those are the three key things.
So what's my love language? Not everybody do. Who they? Oh yeah.
What's your love language? But it changes.
I love that you said that.
It changes because mine has changed.
Yes,
mine has changed. I just did it. Like,
Yeah.
my first one for a long time was quality time.
Yeah.
But now is words of affirmation.
Yeah, and I've noticed that.
Yeah, because I get very excited when I hear
Yeah.
people say, oh, you know, you did this,
yeah.
this. And I never knew. Like, I never knew words of affirmation was going to be something that, you know, I'm going to like. So what's your own in this new era?
I think my new one is acts of service.
I was about to say that.
Do something for me. Use your gumption. Figure out something. But you know, I think I've always liked
You've always been acts of service, for sure.
Go the extra mile. Think about what Moyo will need and just do it. If you're asking me plenty questions, don't worry again. Yeah. I'll do it myself. But I think but I think it's because I'm like, anyone that's going to come into my life, and even yours, like, is to add value and it's to make a difference.
Oh, yeah, for
because
sure.
we're not gaining friends for decoration anymore.
We're getting older, so now we need friends that would grow with us, like, you know.
I'll go through many phases with you. You know, you want the friend that you'll be like, oh yeah, they can take care of my children.
Oh yeah.
They can do this, they can do that. Like, reliable people. And I think that's what acts of service definitely speaks for me nowadays.
And then friends that can also be around your kids, be around your family, and then you know that you can trust them. That trust is even family members are disappointing you, right? So you have to be careful.
A strong community.
Yeah.
And I love that we just talked about phases and like having friends for phases. And you entered a very beautiful phase within the last few years as well.
Yeah.
And I want to talk about how our friendship, if you feel our friendship changed during that time, and did it change? It's not for the worse in Jesus' name.
No.
It changed for the better, but in what ways did you maybe notice a change?
Honestly, I don't really think there was much of a change. I think, again, I'm gonna use the word. There was just another sense of understanding.
Yeah.
Understanding that, okay, you know, she has kids now, and it's not, you know, she can't. There's certain things that she could do before. But she can't do again, you know. So I think there was just that sense of understanding. I don't think there was any change.
I feel like there was a change, as in terms of how I had to get used to the new you and your new phase, in the sense that, like I said, there just has to be an understanding that this is another part of your life that I want you to prioritize as a friend. I'm always going to be here. Do you get? But this phase of being a wife, of being a mom, is important for me that you do this well. Because I'm learning from you, right? But I want you to always feel like this is a safe space that if there was anything that you wanted to talk about, anything that's going on, you know, good and otherwise, like, you can come to me and feel like, oh, this is safe. So I feel like when you enter this phase, I made an intentional thing to be like, you know, your wife now, I can't be calling you anytime, everywhere. I can. Do you get? I can. But I also have to give you that space. And I have to allow you to also tell me what will work well. So if you've noticed, although I might not call all the time, I'll text. I'm thinking about you. I'm doing this. But if you call me, to the best of my ability, I'll try not to miss that call. Or if I see the missed call, I'll text you. Because I know that your time is valuable. So if I'm on the phone with you and you're doing something, although I can't call and pick up the phone anytime, I also just want to be receptive to you making that move. And then I respond. And there's nothing bad with me calling, but I try and text just to let you know that I still stay here. I'm not going anywhere.
But then you see, that's the mistake that a lot of friends make.
Okay.
Is even though we're, you know, married with kids, we don't want our friends to give us that space.
Okay.
Because that's when it sort of becomes lonely. Because we're like, okay, is it because I'm married now? Like, you know, we're not. The friendship should always, should still always be like that.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, the guy, your friend was there before the guy, right?
Facts.
So he's definitely going to understand. And whoever doesn't understand then is, why did you get married in the first place? You know, because he knows, there's no how your husband is not going to know about your friends, especially like your core friends.
Yeah.
My husband knows about you guys. So even when he knows the time difference and he understands that if they call, okay, that's my time with my friends, you know. So I don't think that space should be like, you know, you can always call anytime. And if it's something that, oh, I can't pick up now, maybe because of work, because of this, we'll always call back, right? Exactly.
Okay, that's something I will take it away. I shall not give you any more space. Okay, so we're going to have a section of this video where we break it up to do a best friend quiz. Let's see how much you know your best friend.
Oh Lord.
Cough, cough. Very well.
This doesn't determine.
She's already started with caveats. It doesn't. But let's see how far we go. So you're basically going to Tash will give us a few options, and it's the one you think it's most likely me, or how do we say it? Yeah.
Okay.
There we go. This or that type thing.
Okay.
Let's go.
Ready?
Yeah.
Love or money?
Oh, love.
You think I choose love?
Yeah, you're a lover girl. You're a lucky lover girl.
I am for sure. And love for you.
Yeah.
Love for you. We're lover girls, please. We're not.
No.
Money is not everything.
Money comes after.
After love. But please, the love should come with money.
Exactly.
That's actually the preference.
Yeah.
You know? But yes.
Long or short hair?
There's a running joke about short hair in this relationship.
You know what? It's long because even when she cut her hair, she's still doing braids. She's still doing wig. Because if she wanted short, she would have left it short. So, and then you guys, for 5 years,
Hey, Tutu,
since
you
I've
not let
known
this thing go.
Moya, she's every time, I'm gonna cut my hair. I'm gonna cut my hair.
But did I not cut it?
It took you 5 years. And even with that, she doesn't keep it short.
I like it. I like it. You know, it's just a seasonal look.
Love it.
And long or short hair for you.
Oh,
short.
Yeah, no
short.
brainer.
She's a short hair girl.
Take a friend on your family vacation or join their family vacation?
Take my friend on family vacation.
Your family vacation.
Right.
Or join their family vacation.
Isn't that the same thing?
No, so is either you take me on your family vacation or you join me on my family vacation.
We'll do both.
Yeah, it's like
yeah,
that's literally.
I feel like we would both. Do
both.
If I go, you go. If you go, I go.
Because when I was moving to Canada, you came to stay with me. So if you were doing the same thing, I would have done it. Yeah.
All right, introvert or extrovert?
Oh, extrovert. I don't know why she's lying about this introvert thing. Allow it. I don't believe she's introvert.
Stressed.
She's extrovert.
I'm actually an ambivert now. Mushe test. I did
When
a
did
test.
you do test?
They said ambivert, a mix of introvert and extrovert. If I know you, if I gauge you well, I'm an extrovert. With my people, I'm an extrovert for sure.
No, but then since uni, when we're in that little gatherings, you're always like out there, and even now you're still out there.
So is the test lying?
Is the test lying? They need to go and redo the test.
Truth is introvert. She's an introvert.
Yeah.
Extrovert with her people though. She's been.
But my
shy.
energy drops very quick. So
I feel like it's age.
Yeah.
Tash, like, bro, recently, after a while, let me go
It's
and
like,
sleep somewhere, please.
it's like.
Yeah, I think it's age as well.
Money or brains?
Money or brains? So which one would you want? Which one would you have? Brains, fam.
You already know.
Yeah, brains, because you use
brains.
that brain to even make the money.
Give you five.
Like,
yes, brains.
Yeah, brains.
Again, like,
So you don't want something
yeah. No,
No, but the brains will make the stuff like.
We're already soft.
Yeah.
Don't worry. The brains
People,
will,
people think that we wear expensive stuff and we don't. Like even in Canada, they think I wear.
Like you're draped out.
I'm a Shein babe. Like Shein, you need to come and sponsor me. Literally, Shein. No, that's a lie. No, yeah, I don't even know.
So the whole thing, this has actually been really funny. Actually, this has been funny. Everyone since when we were in uni.
Yeah.
I swear people think we're Aaron's babe.
Literally,
Because
like
they actually think someone's sponsoring our life.
serious or silly?
you can be both.
I can be both.
Yeah, you can be both. I think it depends on what you're
situation
doing.
is,
Yeah.
Both as well.
Yeah.
And she's silly most times though.
Yeah.
Is that it? Well,
Oh,
okay.
that was very quick.
That was very quick.
actually interesting.
And you see, I feel like we got each other and we even give
even
background
more
info.
exactly.
This is my best friend for me.
That's it.
No counterfeit. we've discussed our history. We've discussed what we've gone through in terms of disappointment, in terms of just running a relationship that's long distance. Now, for where we are as people, what do you hope for like our friendship within the next like few years, decades, century? Because we will live longer.
Amen. I hope for more growth as friends and individuals as well. And also I pray and I hope for the should I say the ability to be with each other in every milestone, because there's still more milestone that we're about to hit. Like there's still, you know, a lot of milestones. So just basically be with each other during that milestone regardless of where we are. Just, you know, and I just pray for more, you know, appreciation from each other, more communication, more understanding, and just a friendship that just keeps growing and growing, right? So
my personal wish for a relationship is that as we go through life, that we always have and we hold space to enjoy each other's like quirks. Like what is very you, I enjoy. I make that your thing. I encourage you. I make sure that you always feel loved. And what's mine, you do the same. And then also that God keeps us to be able to really pay each other back for the many things we've done for each other. Because as I was segue into this very next section, hopefully I don't cry. I might have boo.
Very emotional.
As we wish very good things and we want good things for each other, I want us to discuss how we have treated each other through the years. Because I think of when even for romantic relationships, when I have a standard of what I expect, I'm not gonna lie, 2 is the standard for what I expect. I go back to see how you've treated me and then decide if half of these fit the bill. You know? And I think even when I talk about people that don't know you personally, know you because I don't stop shouting about you. Do you get? And I'm proud of that. Because I feel like, especially if somebody's good to you, it's not something you keep quiet. You don't keep it under the rug and say, oh yeah, like I really believe that if someone treats you well, you have to tell them because they are not to be played with. One particular scenario that I will never forget, a real one, is just as you are here supporting me off a long ass flight. I remember in uni, I had said to you that I wanted to do YouTube.
I can't remember that this is the second time I'm hearing of I can't.
You went and bought me a camera, which was a Canon GX and this was not any smeh camera. This was top of range, and we were in uni. And I don't know where you got the money from, but you did it because you believed in what I wanted to do. And it's the same way that if I say something, I remember again, Topshop jeans. You remember when we used to buy Johnny jeans? Johnny jeans was our vibe. I liked it at least. And my Johnny jeans, most people that wore Johnny jeans back then know this. It used to have a split like here. And you went to go and buy me another one. Again, half of the stuff that you do, you probably don't even remember.
I can't.
But I think those were the things that, for me, I was like, if my friend can do this, the person I'm meant to call a life partner, I'm so sorry.
I have to do times 2, times 3.
Times 3, times 100. Because this is a friend that doesn't expect anything back in return. And I always say to you that you're a kind person, and unfortunately, very silly people have not always understood that. And I swear, if I catch you on road, but that's different. Some people haven't always understood that, but you are just, God, you are just kindness personified. Like you are such a good person.
Lovely to hear.
Silly girl. So for you, like, were those things you meant to do, or like how in your head when you're doing those things I've mentioned and you've done so many other things, what's actually happening as a friend?
I just wanted you to be happy. I feel like when you're happy and when others are happy, it makes me happy. Regardless of if it's the last sort of thing I do, if I don't do it for myself, but I do it for you, and I can just see that happiness, just that smile. I don't know, it just makes me happy. And as you said, I really can't remember. Like, I can't remember that camera thing. Like, I can't. What? I literally can't.
I can't believe that.
So, and then that's the thing, because I do it because...
And you let go.
Yeah, that's it. I'm not going to, I did this for you. No, I'm not.
That's
so I can't remember. The only thing I can remember is that your picture. That's just it.
That picture stole my family home.
Really?
Yes. That picture is still my family home.
Yeah.
Just in case you start crying like this.
You've been talking about it a lot. And I was like, okay, if I wanted to support you, how else can I support you than to, you know, the equipment is the first thing, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, I honestly, I'm trying to remember and
But
I
you
can't.
even,
I really
that's
can't.
crazy. And you just said something about support, and just yesterday on my Instagram story, I stumbled into a conversation with people where a lot of people were saying that they felt unsupported in their friendships.
Yeah.
And I think I was really shocked, but then I stopped myself to realize that I was coming from a place of privilege because of who my friends are, especially because of who you are to me. Because I can't imagine doing anything and you're not like, you've not gone to figure out how you can do something in the background or find how to support me. So I feel like these days people undervalue how much it is to just show up for your people. Show up for your people.
Even if it's words of encouragement, that support, like your friends need it. They really do. And it goes a long way knowing that, okay, let's say for example you say you have this idea and you voice it out and not everybody is accepting of the idea, but your friend is, you know, even if it might sound silly, but this is what my friend wants to do. Let me support my friend, you know, let me, like, you know, show that I'm that number one fan. And your number one fan starts with your friends, right?
Well, people are scared to be fans now because
everybody wants to be on top of everybody. But I always say this in my core friendship: when you win, I win. When I win, you win. That's the thing about
that's the word, right?
That's the thing, because I don't understand why we're friends if we're trying to, like, you know, go on top of each other, do this. No,
everybody's trying to. We have our different needs.
Everyone's destiny is different. Everyone's journey season is different. So why not just support your friend in that season? And you know that, okay, your friend will definitely have your back. Like when it's your turn, because everybody has a turn.
That's
like,
right.
Everybody has a turn. So
and when it's your time, I'll be there helping you do all the cheerleader stuff, because that's what friends are trying to do.
That's it.
And then the next one I want us to speak about as well is that there's a very common theme of everybody wants to be
on top of each other.
And we've discussed this I think recently of this whole theme of jealousy, envy, wanting your friend's life, wanting to copy everything they are doing, wanting to be them almost. Again, we're 10 years deep. I don't think we've had one day where we've had a moment that like this baby are somehow. What do you think that is? Like, why are we not like that?
That's a very good question. I don't know. I think it's God's grace. I'm not gonna lie. I really think it's God's grace, because I think at some point we should have had it.
Because you've had so many successes. You've done so many of like the big things. But in my own head, like for instance, when we're coming to Canada, the one that brought me joy that I'm not paying for anyway.
Exactly.
I was like, I could be sat out in my best friend's house. This is enough pride for me as a friend. Because like you said, when you win, I win. It's like me coming to buy property in one country. Do you think I need to not be there?
Exactly.
With her feet up like it's her house. As you should, because that's what friendship should be about. So I think you're right.
And I think from the beginning, I think we had that when you win, I win sort of thing. So I think that's been, because when I take friendship very deep. Like I really take friendship, and that's why it's not everybody I'm really close to, because I can get hurt easily, because I owed you so dearly. Exactly. So I think from that beginning, I think we had that understanding of when you win, I win. And I always see how happy you are for me. Like when I come and tell you things, like you're the first. I think there was a time I got a job, and I think I called you, and you just jumped up and you just started like thanking God, and I was like, like that's who you want around you. There's no how, like my success, if I'm successful, your success. Exactly.
And in your dynamic, I will eat inside. So for you, how have you felt loved by me?
I
love hearing romantic stuff.
How have I think the biggest thing for me is, as I said, you just being so happy. And it just makes me feel loved. It makes me feel like, okay, she's going to always be in my corner, like no matter what. And your words of you know how to say good, like the right things, especially to me. I don't know about I don't know about others, but there's some words that till today sticks with me.
Wow.
I told you now, the first time I met my husband, I came to you and I was like, this guy's too good to be true. And you said, no, to give it a try, you just never know. And that stuck with me. And then there was another thing that you said, you know, when I first of all had my first child, and then I was just like, you know, complaining about blah, 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 blah. And then you were like, no, you need to understand that it's also his first time. Till today, it stuck with me. Till today, it stuck with me. So everything that it does, I just have to understand that, okay, it's his first time, and then I give him that grace. Like, there's just certain words that you say that uplifts me, and just you're a very prayerful person as well, and I feel like you just praying for me, you just supporting me, just makes me feel loved. And then just those random texts, I'm thinking of you, love you tits.
You're making me seem like a top guy.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just important to let people know that you love them. And it's not only, again, I say this, it's not only a romantic relationship, because sometimes we pour the very best of us and then our friends get chewing gum habits. And I don't think that's right. Every single one of you should always know that anytime, any place, you guys can be sure of my love for you. Yeah. Without a doubt. Because I'm sure of you guys' love for me. So it should be two ways.
And love is not a certain, it can just be one thing that you did for that person. Yes. And I remember when my mom passed away, I called you and you were like, you just jumped on the train and came. And I mean with the other twos as well. But it was just very like nice to just have that, like, you know, that support, you know, that love. It's just that one little thing that would make you feel like, okay, this person truly, truly loves me, that they would just leave everything and, you know, and just be there. So, yeah.
So you just talked about your mom passing away, which was such... I don't think many people have points in their relationship where they experience grief, especially in friendships. But when mom passed away, I remember thinking, God, what do I do for Tutu? How do I help her get through this as best as she can? And I don't know if I was ever great at it, and I don't think I want to focus on how great I am, because it's not about me. But for you during that time, what did friendship mean to you? What did you need? Because again, someone might be watching and going through it.
I needed a squad.
Yeah.
I needed friends. I needed to feel loved. I needed to feel supported. And you guys did it. You guys really did it, because the people that I had so much like faith and like I relied so much on didn't come through. And it's now the people that I think at that point it was 4 years down the line. And then for Tishana, it was just so many years. It was very, And then even the fact that I think Tasha, I didn't tell her, and she was like, she called me, she booked the ticket straight away. People that were in the same city as me didn't even show up. So at that point, I needed that friendship was very, very important for me. Like, I needed to just be around people that would make me forget, you know, things. And I still say to today, especially what she did, like, as I said, is just little things that really, like, makes me, like, I don't even know how to say it, but her just jumping on that train, a coach. What time was it? Not 4 a.m. that she jumped on. I would never forget. Like you, like Ade, like you guys didn't have to be there. You know, you could have supported me from afar, but you guys came and you showed up. So at that point, I really needed friends. And you guys definitely you came through. And I know that you were always checking on me after all that. So it was something that was needed. Yeah.
I mean, I think again, it's something that's really tough when people go through, and I think as much as I'm so glad we were there for you. But some people don't have that support.
They don't.
And people don't show up. And I think sometimes also that people don't know how to show up. But I think you've just exactly said it. It's not about you. You just have to be present.
You don't have to say anything. And that's the thing that people don't understand about grieving. You don't have to say anything. One of my friend, he didn't like funerals, and he said it to me. He said, Tito, I can't be at the funerals, but I'll come and check in on you. That's it. You know, a lot of people don't like going to funerals, and it's okay. That was my first ever funeral. But just that words of I will still come and check in on you, even though I don't like this, but I will still come. And one thing we don't even want to hear is I'm sorry. Don't say it.
Yeah.
Like, what are you sorry for? You can't undo what has already been done, right? I just need you here, even if it's for you to just be quiet. As far as I can feel someone's presence that I'm comfortable with, it's okay for me. Yeah.
Wow. Don't think we've ever actually talked about the aftermath of that, so that was really good to know. But I'm so glad. I'm so genuinely honored to be your friend.
Oh.
I hype about you to every single person, but the best part of it is that I'm not hyping for nothing. Like I said, our friendship is not for decoration.
Yeah.
This one, we've done time. We have put in effort. Like, we are consistently putting effort.
Distant relationship.
Long distance relationship. Oh, hey.
Yeah.
But we have figured out ways to just continue evolving, continue helping each other, continue showing up. You can be in Canada. This is why I'm saying that if a guy likes you and is in your city and you don't know it,
it would do, yeah.
Because if my best friend can be in Canada and I feel loved, I don't know again. So I think it really just like, if you decide to say this is the person you want to be friends with, this is what your friendship should look like.
And I always say that you treat friendship as a relationship.
Yeah.
Because there's certain things that you go through in relationship, you will go through in friendship.
Yeah.
So what would you do with your guy? Yeah. Why can't you do it with your friend?
Exactly.
Like, you go through conflict with your guy, but you still remain there. It's like, why are you cutting off the friend? Like, and I think it took a while for me to also understand that. Like, I'm fighting with this guy now. Obviously, I'm going to fight with my friends because we're both humans, right? Yeah. And I think it's healthy too. It's healthy to have misunderstanding because
so you actually understand how you get through those stages.
Because it's like, okay, if the friendship is just smooth, you guys are lying to each other. Let's not lie.
It's true. It's true.
It's your life.
My dad always used to say something that if siblings go, I don't know if it's a Yoruba proverb, but if siblings go to a room and they all come out laughing, it means that they haven't told each other the truth. Now, there's certain parts of that I can argue with. I beg, we're choosing joy. But I think there is a point of when you have friendships, those ups and downs are necessary to make sure you are actually good friends. It's really important to build and nurture your friendship. Yeah. Do you have any questions for me?
You actually said something about like when people are in relationship. So did you feel like when should I say got into a relationship or when I got married, did you feel neglected?
No. No. That was not.
Don't worry, you understood that. When it comes to Moyo, Tasha, and
it was not going to take me from you.
Yeah.
That is facts. But I think it's also because you made it a thing to bring him in, if that makes sense. So it wasn't that you were having this solo relationship that we didn't know anything about. Yeah. Like, you would, update, not that you were telling, so Jeremiah doesn't see Yak.
No, he knows I talk to you guys.
Okay,
so
good.
It doesn't matter.
So, like, you will let us know updates. You give us, so even us two were like, this boy, you better be doing the right things for our girl. So at every point, and even in the marriage now, like, we saw how you guys we're doing your romantic stuff and all of that. So I think we're just happy that all that part about being neglected is not a thing. And I don't think you ever did anything that made us feel like, or neglected, made me feel like, no, that wasn't a thing for me. Neglect Nibo. It's not me. I'll come to you out.
That's good. I mean, like, some people, as I think we mentioned it, like, there's stories like that, like, they're friends before, and now because they're married, your friends is not in a relationship, so they just, like, cut themselves. And it's, like, years and years of relationship. Why would you just,
you
do
can't
that?
get rid of me like that. Yeah. Stuck with you forever, baby. But wow, thank you so much, Toots, for doing this video with me.
No problem.
I just, like, I think finally people can have, like, a poster girl for what friendship looks like. And that's my best friend, Aditi. I am so, so, so proud of you as a person, as a woman, as a wife. I always tell you, you're killing it. Even if you're like, oh my God,
I'm not killing it,
you are doing it. And another thing I must say, she ain't gonna like this. Toots rocked up to this house with a suitcase heavy as heck.
Oh Lord!
Because guess what? She had bought us gifts. And not just small gifts. She bought us all 3 Don't worry about
It
that.
was nothing.
You
It
see
was
my bag
actually. It was
online.
actually small.
That's what,
It
it
was just
wasn't
something
small.
small.
No, it wasn't.
I was
So
not gonna come and
I'm
see you guys to not
thankful.
get
I'm
nothing.
grateful for who you are, for just how you take care of all of us. You really, I think you've always had that very nurturing spirit.
Yeah.
And you are so deeply caring to the extent that she even got Idra something. So.
Oh.
A real
nothing.
one. Sorry, I have to hype her. So anyone that wants to be my friend, sorry, this is the standard.
Very high standard was set. Sorry.
Very high standards, but oh my god, I love you so much. Thank
Love you too.
Right. So till the next time we come with another video, I'm not even sure who we'll have next, but I'm very, very excited. This is just so meaningful to me because I think, like I said in the last video, and when I was telling you about the idea, it's just about archiving our moments and our history.
It's a very good idea.
Friendships, in relationships, whether, you know, at some point I'll have my dad here and stuff. So, like, for me, it's really important that we can look back and, you know, I can share with the kids. Don't play with us, so wherever it is nowadays, you know, I think it's really good to keep records of moments. So, thank you for doing this for me. And that's everything.
Like, subscribe.
This girl's character. It's not like subscribe PO because it might be TikTok or whatever.
It doesn't matter. You can
still
like,
follow,
subscribe.
please. My best friend, please.
Follow.
Please.
Do whatever this
Do whatever I
content
tell
creator.
you.
Exactly.
But no, thank you.
Odabo.
Odabo. Bye.
What would you like Teletubbies?